Hello TK. For our fine motor lesson today, we're going to work on our copying skills. Our hand-eye coordination, as well as we'll be reviewing some letters that we've been working on. Okay, so you are going to need your geoboard dot paper like this. Okay, if you have a geoboard, you can take it out too and you can try to build the letters with me, but if you don't have it, not necessary, okay? Because really you're just going to be looking at Miss Boo's geoboard, what I made, and you're going to try to transfer that onto your geoboard, okay? You will also need glue, and I suggest maybe a plate. I'm just using the lid of my Noosa container, okay? And you will need the tissue paper that's in the snack size Ziploc bag. You'll also need a pencil, okay? And we'll be using the end of your pencil, all right? Or if you can't find a big pencil, it's okay. We can use the end of your marker also, but you will need a marker, okay? Welcome back, TK. Okay, the first letter that we're going to work on makes this sound. Do you know what letter that is? Yes, it's the letter N. I'm going to build a capital N on my geoboard here. I am going to take one rubber band and make a long straight line down, and another rubber band to make a long straight line down on both sides, and then I'm going to make one to connect the top and the bottom. And now you can see that this is an uppercase N, right? There we go. We start at the top, take our fingers up, we slide down and up. Or we can always do one straight line down, another straight line down, and connect the top and the bottom to make our N. Okay, now your job is to see if you can copy my uppercase N on your geoboard, okay? You just need to use one piece of paper, all right? So let's see, where should we start? What dot did I use? I used the very top dot in this corner. So this is the dot, isn't it? And I went all the way straight down. So I'm gonna take my marker and I'm gonna trace it all the way straight down, okay? And then we can go over here and make another straight line down. So this is the very last one on this side. So this must be the same one. And I'm going to make one very straight down. There we go. And then we connect it. Do, 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 do. That is the letter N. How did you do? Good? Great. Can you tell me what sound the letter N makes? It sure does. That was pretty easy, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so let's try another one. Okay, so I'm going to make a different letter now. Okay, and you can go ahead and flip over to the other side. And this time, Miss Boo's not going to help you as much. Okay, so this letter makes the sound. Yeah, what letter is it? The letter F. I'm going to make an uppercase F. Here I go. I'm going to use this one right there, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth one over to connect that, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, the third one down to connect that. I made an uppercase F, right? Straight line down, horizontal line across, another horizontal line across. The letter is F. The sound is All right, now I want you to try and go ahead and copy my F onto your dot paper. Go ahead, see if you can do it. Think about where did I start? Did I start at the first dot or the second dot? I started at the second peg, right? And I went all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It went around the 5th peg. And think about where my horizontal went. It went from the top, the second one, all the way over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And this one is 1, 2, 3 down and 1, 2, 3, 4 over. Were you able to make it? Yes? Okay, let's see. I'm going to make my F right here. Okay, I want you to check your work. So I went over 1, 2 pegs, 1, 2 pegs, and down 5. That means I went all the way down. And then I went over 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4th peg over. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if I'm just counting from the blue, start from my rubber band, it only covers 1, 2, 3, right? So 1, 2, 3. And then it went down 1, 2, 3. It was the 3rd one, the middle one down, and 1, 2, 3 over. 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 over. There we go. I have a capital F. Was that easy? Good. Okay. Now, we're going to put that aside and let's see if we can make a different one. What should we make? Should we make a harder one? Yeah? How about if we make some with curves? Would that be a little hard here? Yeah, huh? Because, but you know what? Let's try it. Should we try it? Should we make a lowercase f? Okay, I'm gonna try to make a lowercase f, okay? I am going to start with this peg, and I have to go up a little, and then I have to kind of curve over a little here, and then down. There we go. Okay. And let's see, I'm gonna have to make a cross like that. Does that look like, sort of like a lowercase f? Yeah, I went up, curved around, although this is not a curve because we don't have enough pegs, right? But I want you to imagine that's a curve, straight down, and cross over, okay? So go ahead and take your other geoboard paper out and see if you can copy this. It's a little trickier. So yeah, you can start maybe on this one. Yeah, it's 1, 2 rows down, right? And so it's the second row down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th column over. And then you went up to the very top middle one, then down, and then straight down all the way. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, right? And then crossing 1, 2, 3, starting on the 3rd peg on the 1st column here, and going 1, 2, 3 across on the 3rd row. When we look at an array going down like this, we call those columns. Those are columns. I'm sorry, didn't tell you that earlier. And when we look at the lines that go across like this, that's called rows. Columns, rows. Okay, can you trace your columns for me? Yeah, columns going down. Rows, can you trace your rows? Rows going across. There you go. All right, so let's see if you can write your F. Okay, I'm going to look. So this is coming from this side. It's the second row 1, 2, 3, 4 from this side. Fourth column over, second row down. I start right here and I'm gonna move up right here and then move down right here and straight all the way down and then across. That's a pretty good F I made. Yeah, okay. And then I'm gonna take that F away. And what sound does the F make? Good. All right, now we're going to do one more. All right, we had the letter uppercase F, lowercase f. So now we're going to do uppercase N. Guess what we'll do? You got it, lowercase n. Okay, so I'm going to look and see how I'm going to make my lowercase n here. Okay, I'm going to start right here, all the way down. Then I'm gonna go in the second peg around the top one, okay, to that one, and then all the way down. So there it is. I made my lowercase n. Can you make the lowercase n? Good. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna wait for you. Yep, I started 1, 2 columns in, all the way down. 2 columns in, 2 rows down, up to the middle top one. Okay, top middle, down to the second row of the 4th column, and then straight down. Good. This is the lowercase n. What sound does it make? All right, here you go, my turn. Okay, so I'm gonna start up here and move myself all the way down and up here, and it curves up and down to here and straight down, and that is my lowercase n. Okay, now we're going to put the geoboard aside and we're going to work with our tissue paper. Okay, so I'm gonna take my glue and I'm going to pour some glue out onto my lid right here. Not too much, don't need too much glue. That's about good. Okay, so which one should we decorate? Should we decorate the N or the F? N? Okay, we'll decorate the N. Okay, let's decorate the lowercase n. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the back side of my pencil. This can get a little tricky, okay? But that's why we're doing this. Okay. Then I want you to take a piece of tissue paper, put it on. Do you see how it's on? It's underneath. If it was like this, it would be on, right? So you can point your pencil down, or if you don't have a marker, you can point your marker down like that and put your tissue paper on top of your pencil, and then watch. I'm using my pointer finger to help hold that down while I take all my other fingers and I'm going to scrunch it up. You see how I'm scrunching it up? And then I'm going to hold it like that, okay? I'm gonna hold it like that and I'm going to turn it upside down. Now it's right side up. Now the pencil's facing up. I've got my 3-finger tri-grip around my pencil. I'm gonna dunk it down onto the glue and I'm gonna leave it right there, okay? And I'm going to continue doing that. And you know what? If you want to make it a pattern, you can make it a pattern. You can make an ABAB pattern. You can make an ABC pattern, a AAB pattern, whichever pattern you want. Or it doesn't have to be a pattern at all, okay? However you like. I think I'm gonna do an ABB pattern today. So Watch Miss Boo, okay? If you can even hold it like this and put it down. And then scrunch it up with your other hand. And then trade hands. Maybe that's a little bit easier, okay? So, and red. I'm gonna do it again, okay? So, put it down and bunch it up, trade fingers, trade hands, and dip in my glue and down. Ooh, how pretty. A, B, B, A, B. I'm gonna need a B. Right there. Okay, so put it down, bunch it up, hold it tight at the top, dip in my glue, put it down right there. Okay. I think for my curve, I'm using a different color. I'm gonna use pink because I haven't used pink yet. So down, bunch it up, trade fingers, trade hands, and there we go. And, ooh, I have this one that says Valentine's on it. See that? I think I like that. So I'm going to go with it. Down, bunch it up. Okay, how are you doing with your end? Good. There we go. I am almost done. Yeah. And there. And, oh, did I only have one? Aw. Well then, I'm going to have to use a different one. So it's not gonna end up looking like a pattern because I ran out of, I only had one of the one that says Happy Valentine's. Aw. Oh, wait a second, I found some more. Miss Boo, you should have looked harder the first time. Oh well, that's okay. There we go. I finished my N. And if I wanted to, do you see the curve right here? I can add more on there, okay, to make it stand out more. Okay, maybe I'll make the curve stand out. So maybe I'll use a purple. I'm gonna go back. Maybe I'll stick a purple right there. And maybe I'll stick a purple right here. There we go. And now I have my tissue paper N. Isn't that pretty? All right. Okay, once you're done with your N, go ahead and you can decide if you want to do the F or the uppercase N, okay? Well, I think since we're doing N, I'm going to make a pair, so I'm gonna do the uppercase N too. All right, so, but you get how, I think you understand how we're doing this now, right? Okay, I'm gonna get to work to finish my N, and I would love to see how your N came out, okay? So I finished my uppercase N. Isn't that pretty? I really didn't go for a pattern. I just kind of used the 3 colors, but wasn't really trying to go for a pattern there, okay? Pretty, huh? All right, so you should have a lot of extra tissue paper squares, rectangles, or pieces, all right? Keep them, you'll need it for next week's project, okay? Bye, TK.